we're going to do a February preview. Now, we're not covering the small little indie films because, one, a lot of those are limited. Two, Cinemark, AMC, and Regal don't have tickets available, so they don't even know if they're getting the movie yet.
Yeah, with limited releases, you have to wait until like Tuesday or Wednesday of that weekend to see what they're playing.
So that's why for this, I'm only doing the wide releases and the big streaming releases. So we have a total of 11 films to talk about, and I think Kyle and I will both be watching at least, well, see, My Theaters isn't getting anything new for the first week. So let's go over it. And yes, some of these come out on the 5th, some of these come out on the 11th. I just did the whole weekend as a whole because it's easier on me as a person. There we go. So February 7th, we have Kind of Pregnant on Netflix. And then in theaters, we have Heart, Eyes, and Love Hurts. Are you excited for any of these three? And why is it Kind of Pregnant?
Well, I will watch Kind of Pregnant. I can't say I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for Love Hurts and Hard Eyes, primarily because I love me a good action movie. And with an action comedy with Ke Huy Quan, I think it looks really fun. It's also really short. The running time for it is 83 minutes. So I don't know, but I definitely look forward to it. And I look forward to Hard Eyes because I love me a good slasher. And they primarily, I mean, two of the veterans in there are Devon Sawa and Jordana Brewster. So I'm looking forward to watching it for those two guys alone. So I will see all three. I'm only excited for two of them though.
I know I'm seeing Kind of Pregnant because it's on Netflix. My Theater, I have a feeling they won't get them. With two auditoriums, Dogman's going to do big bucks down there. Companion, they're going to keep it through next week. They've already announced it. So what I'm hoping they do, is maybe they do like a week of, say, The Brutalist. Maybe they do a 1 week showing of a select smaller film that's not going to do a whole lot at the box office, but they just need something. Why I don't think they will is because they want to get rid of Dogman and they want to get rid of Companion to make way for these next films. February 14th, the perfect date movie. We have Paddington in Peru, Captain America, Brave New World, and for the streaming, we also have 4 other films. We have Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, okay? And then on Netflix, we have 2 films. The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep, Dolce Villa, and The Gorge. Which ones will you be watching for that weekend, and are you excited for any of them?
Definitely the theatrical ones. Because first of all, our first Valentine's Day was last year, and we celebrated it with Bob Marley, One Love, and Madam Web. So anything would be better than Madam Web. So we are seeing Captain America: Brave New World. I think it looks pretty good. I keep hearing rumblings that the test screenings for the movie didn't go very well, but I don't know. I think the movie looks fine. With Paddington in Peru looks adorable. The first 2 Paddington movies are first rate. So definitely looking forward to Paddington in Peru. For digital, definitely The Gorge and Bridget Jones 4, which will be interesting because the only Bridget Jones I liked was the first one. But who knows? It's been a decade since I've watched them. I'm not into The Witcher, and the Dolce Vita one looks weird and dumb to me, so I'm probably gonna skip that one.
With the test screenings, I've been told by studio sources that when you hear about a test screening, it's 90% bullshit.
Okay.
Because you have to sign an NDA to not say anything about it, to go into it. And the thing is, with the test screenings, the movie isn't finished, so the visual effects aren't even done yet. So I don't listen to any of the test screening shit because it means nothing unless you see the finished film. What the test screening is basically for, if anybody doesn't know, he and I know this, but for anybody who doesn't know, it's basically they show you a rough cut of the finished film, a rough cut with the visuals aren't completely done yet, and it's basically what do you think we can cut? What would you like more of, and what was too much for you? So say it is a horror movie. Say they go too hard on the gore, and they make people completely puke. If it's too much for them, then they will cut that down. If there's too much of this, too much of that, or too little of this that they can add in more of, they will add in more. But for a deleted scene, for a big movie, it's mostly because a test screening audience said to cut this out, or the filmmaker said to cut this out. But 98% of the test screening shit is bull, and all the studios will tell you. Now, with Marvel, the last one that they had a test screening for that was actually true was the Spider-Man No Way Home. And if anybody was going to spoil anything, they would have spoiled Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, even though we knew they were already in it. We knew they were in it. It would have been confirmed then with the test screening stuff. They did a test screening, but it wasn't for that part of the movie. But next up, I will be seeing Captain America for sure. I'm hoping Paddington, because those movies are a warm hug. They are charming. They do not a thing wrong. And I think that's a perfect date film, because since there's no romance movie out around that time that's going to do big money,
Probably, yeah.
That's going to be your main option, is the Captain America or the Paddington in Peru. I will be seeing the Bridget Jones. I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the second or the third. I'll be watching them all before this one. I haven't watched the trailer for it, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to go in completely blind. For me, The Gorge, I mean, my God, Miles Teller, Anya Taylor-Joy, you sold me already. I haven't even seen the trailer, and I'm going to skip that trailer as well. I'm going to put myself through La Dolce Villa because I'm a glutton for punishment. It's a Hallmarky type film. The last film they did like that was Last Resort last year, which was just like a location-based romance that they do a lot of the time, and it's very forgettable, and I have no reason to believe that this won't be any different. I'm not watching The Witcher. I haven't seen the other Witcher stuff. The next one, my theater will not get this, and it makes me angry. 21st is The Monkey. I know that Kyle will see that. Yeah. Because you loved Longlegs, and it's from Oz Perkins. So it's right up your alley.
Although I think the 21st, another big movie's coming out that you're forgetting about. The Unbreakable Boy. Yes.
For some reason, it showed me that was going limited, and I'm like, I thought it was going wide.
Sometimes when you look at stuff, especially if it's on Box Office Mojo or something, like they'll say like, "Oh, Inside Out 2, it's limited," and you're like, "That's a lie."
Yeah, that one is coming out, and I'm a little nervous for that one. because I believe that's a
That was
faith-based
supposed to come
film.
out 3 years ago.
Yeah, and that's why they shelved it. And when you shelve a film, more than likely means it's not going to be all that good. But we will see.
We will.
And then this movie, I'm surprised we haven't seen any marketing for it yet. We've gotten a trailer, and it's the new Looney Tunes movie,
The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Day the Earth Blew Up. Porky Pig and Daffy Duck. This can go one of two ways. And I know why everyone is going to say this. Why release this one and not Coyote versus Acme? This one is going to be, I believe, fully animated.
Yeah.
If this does well at the box office, maybe they turn over a new leaf and announce that, hey, since this one did well, Coyote versus Acme. This might be like a dipping your toe in the water to see if there's anything left in the Looney Tunes, because you couldn't really do that with Space Jam: A New Legacy when they did the stupid thing of putting it on Max and in theaters at the same exact time.
Fun fact, The Day the Earth Blew Up is the last 2024 movie I have to get to. I don't know why the release strategy is like this. That had like a limited release the second week of December. And they're like, we're not going nationwide with it until the end of February. I'm like, that's a little weird, but okay. I'll be there, though. Looney Tunes, I love to death. Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Looney Tunes Back in Action are two of my favorite films of all time.
Back in Action.
I love those movies to death. I will, and I love Space Jam. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the other two movies I'm more fond of. Anything Looney Tunes, I'm gonna go see. It's a guarantee.
I am looking forward to it as well. If my theater gets it, I'm there day one. I mean, it's Looney Tunes. It is Looney Tunes. I'm there for three things. You put anything on the big screen, I'm there. You put the Looney Tunes on there, I'm there. You put a musical, anything musical, I'm there. I don't care if it's a talking turd that sings in the sewer. I'm there. I really don't care. But the other thing is you give me a Disney animated film, because Disney animated, I don't care what it is, it's going to be good looking. It's going to be beautiful to look at no matter what. And if anything, it's a visual spectacle. I'm there for all of that. So Looney Tunes, I'm there. I was a Looney Tunes guy growing up with all those. I loved them. God, I loved them. And I can't wait for more.